Having courageous conversations, you know, the ones we so often put off for fear of the fallout, it can be tough. And not to worry anymore about these touchy interactions, Margie Warrell is here to help. She's the author of Brave, 50 Everyday Acts of Courage to Thrive in Work, Love, and Life. So I got to say, welcome, Margie. How are you?
I'm great.
We just want to hear you talk for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
When
when I was younger and I traveled around America as a 21-year-old, I had guys who would take me on dates to go, you just have to talk. Just talk.
Yes. We could pay you to do our answering machine. All right, so you got to tell me, what are some of those tough conversations that you have with people? Because I'm thinking one is like maybe with your boss, money, a promotion, or if you're trying to break up with somebody. Yeah, so what are some of those examples?
Well, you know, there's lots of different tough conversations. You know, sometimes it is breaking up with someone. Sometimes it's giving critical feedback. Sometimes it's sharing something that we're struggling with and we feel vulnerable and we struggle with revealing ourselves to other people.
Okay.
Sometimes it's saying no and letting, you know, running the risk of someone feeling hurt or let down. So there are lots of different conversations, and obviously our relationships exist in the conversations we have. You know, if you think about it, Julie, your best quality relationships are the ones you have the best quality conversations in. You know, they're open and they're respectful and they're truthful. But often we don't have the conversations we really need to have because we're afraid of what might happen when we do.
But sometimes you have to take that on, don't you? I mean, don't you have to live by your convictions and just say, hey, you asked me, and no, I don't think that is the prettiest color that I've seen you wear. I like you better in blue.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true. But there are a lot of people who really struggle with that. Who struggle with being really honest with people. And I think about it in the workplace, there's a lot of people who are really frustrated, and I've had clients over the years who've been really frustrated that they're getting an unfair amount of work or not enough resources, and I'm like, have you talked to your boss about it? Have you asked for a pay rise? Have you held that person accountable? And they're like, oh, no, I haven't, because, oh, you know, they could get really upset, or, you know, I can't have those conversations. So
shouldn't we just think of the boss as another person? I mean,
yeah,
they bleed red. They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like the rest of us.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of people are intimidated and they have stories about themselves and stories about others. So they'll feel powerless, or they'll cast somebody else as the villain, and they'll go, well, I can't do it because they're going to sack me, or they're going to scream, or, you know, they're going to cry, or
so
whatever.
How do you get around that? Because I often tell people, as a shop steward for the union, no one's going to fight harder for you than you. So if you want to go in there and you feel like you deserve that raise, go in there and fight for that money, because no one's going to fight harder for your money than you.
Yeah, well, you give great advice. No, but I think it is really getting clear about what do you stand for, taking responsibility for yourself and not waiting for somebody else to solve your problems. So you need to let people know what you think or how you feel or what you want or need. Also, just be really present to what's the cost of not having the conversation, because often people choose to just say nothing. It's like they give the silent treatment, but what doesn't get talked out gets acted out. And over time, issues that are there that are just kind of simmering and we're feeling a little bit frustrated or aggravated or resentful or hurt, they don't get better over time. They get worse over time. And I think, you know, whether it's speaking up and having a tough conversation, or it's making a change in our lives, or it's going after a big goal that we really want, we have to get really present. What's the cost of inaction? And often we discount that cost, or we say, oh, it's all right, it'll just get better. And it rarely does.
And it doesn't. And then your actions, because of that, get worse. Okay, so you mentioned this a few moments ago, the act of saying no. It is not as easy as people may think.
Well, when somebody asks you, whether it's issuing an invitation or offering you something, I mean, they want you to say yes. That's why they're asking. So saying yes, you get an immediate hit of people-pleasing gratification. People are happy you've said yes. So a lot of people, and we women are a little bit more guilty of this than the guys, we really want to keep people happy. And so our innate desire, we're instinctively driven to say yes. But we have to get present. Well, if I say yes to this, what's it mean I'm saying no to? Because every time we commit, we are taking time away from something else. And we often get caught up thinking we have to do things and we should on ourselves. Like, oh, I should do this and I should do that, or my mother says I should do this, or my friend. And really get clear, what are your top priorities? What are your deepest values? Is it aligned with that? Or is it going to pull you away from those things? Because it's so easy to get spread really thin and very distracted.
And we don't want that to happen. All right, so quickly, Train the Brave. What is this about?
Well, when I wrote, Brave is my third book, and I created a 10-day Train the Brave challenge. So every day people get a video message from me, and they get a chart of different ways they can be brave. Because it's over the years I've found that courage is like a muscle. The more often we act bravely and courageous, over time we build more confidence to do it more often. So you've spoken up bravely a lot, so it's easy for you, but for others starting out, so signing up for the Train the Brave challenge on trainthebrave.com, and I just know at the end of the 10 days people are that bit more confident and that bit more brave than they were before.
Margie Warrell, thank you. All right, we're going to do that. Trainthebrave.com.
Yeah.
All right, looking forward to this. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Great to see
and
you.
check out the book. It's right here. Stay with us after the break. We're taking a look at what's topping the headlines, and then we're talking about Vanessa Williams. I can't wait for this. Stay with us. Let's Talk Live continues after the break.